Thing that has really changed my life working with you is how kind you are to people.
One of the hardest things to do when it's becoming successful is to constantly be ready and be prepared for whatever's happening in your life. You're going to want to make sure that you have as much information on whatever subject it is so that you can tackle any obstacle and break through any wall that is put in your way throughout your life. It's going to be challenging to be able to get to this point, but you're going to want to do whatever you can to always be prepared, because when stuff hits the fan, you want to be ready to charge full force ahead and not even let it affect you, because you're so prepared and ready to go that it didn't even stop you or make you flinch, because you're that focused on achieving what it is you want to achieve.
And all of you as entrepreneurs have that intellectual property in your head.
Nothing can stop you because you're just that committed and that into your craft. You want to make sure that you turn down the naysayers and prove them wrong and make them a little upset that you're so excited and so ready to get it done.
I think we think 90,000 thoughts a day.
That they're not going to understand how much you want it. They're going to be the types of people that are going to talk the talk but not walk the walk. And you're going to be the one that's talking the talk and walking the walk. You're going to be doing it all, and you're going to be so ready to do whatever it takes to make sure you cross your T's and dot your I's when it comes down to it, because you're going to be the one person who finally makes it, the one person who finally achieves their goal that everybody said was impossible, the one who does what they said they were going to do because they knew they had it inside themselves.
I'm going to the Red Pill Expo up in Spokane. It's really a good expo to go listen to and all this.
Well, that's what I was getting at. So Fuller talked about the generalized principles. One generalized principle is emergence through emergency. So when you look at the word emergency, the base word is emerge. And what Fuller says, the only way humans evolve is via emergency, crisis. And a big one's coming. And it's going to be, as we all know, our banks have ripped us off immensely. They're just a bunch of crooks. I don't know how they can live with themselves. But, the bankers rip off trillions and they get bonused in billions. Nobody goes to jail. That's the sickness of our society. So that's why Trump and I write about financial education. It's almost like self-defense. It's almost like taking judo against our own government and our own banking systems and Wall Street. So that's why we're here with Jim Rickards and Nomi. It's kind of self-defense, teaching people what schools will not teach us.
We're all different. We're humans, we're different beings. If I show you this diagram here, it's why I created my cash flow board game, because we have 4 different intelligences. We have mental intelligence, we have, I don't know what that one is, physical intelligence. You probably have very good physical to make all and all that, emotional intelligence, but spiritual intelligence. So I went to military school in New York. The first thing is spiritual. I become a Marine, it's spiritual. You know what I mean? Because you're putting your life on the frickin' line. So Nassim Taleb, wrote the book, The Black Swan. He also wrote Anti-Fragile. He says there's 3 kinds of people in the world. There's fragile, and that's what our school systems are putting out. Fragile, wimpy, snowflakes. And that's your choice. You want to be that way? Have a good life. The second type is then, so a fragile is like you hit it shatters. Then the second one is called robust. And a robust person is like the rock. You can pound on them, dump on them, they take it. But that's all they do. And then anti-fragile is somebody like you, where they pound the crap out of you, and you get smarter and better because of it.
But if it's mental, I say, Alex is smart, Alex is stupid. I'm now dividing us. And that's what our schools are doing. So the reason games are the best teachers, at least Monopoly was for me, and our board game Cash Flow, the reason I created Cash Flow, is a game will engage me mentally. I'm interested. It gets me emotionally. Nobody likes to lose, And then physically, to do something, I like the board game better than the electronic game because I have to do the math. Do you know what I mean? When you do the math, you're actually getting smarter. And then it's spiritually, I want to make sure you win, and I don't have to take you out to win Cash Flow. Do you know what I mean? I don't have to make you the loser. But that's what schools do. They have to have one person smart, one person stupid, one winner, one loser. So when I'm teaching you either real estate or business and all this, I don't want you to lose. I want you to win. So once again, the games are the better teachers, like the game of Monopoly, simply because it involves your physical intelligence. And the more you do your numbers on the cash flow game, the smarter you get. Emotionally, because Nobody likes to lose. This is really surprising. A lot of people lose because they got too happy. So what gold, silver, and Bitcoin are is liquid, so they'll sell that off too. Now that's bad news if you're holding it long, but it's good news if you're buying more of it. So every crash, it'll come down. And if you're long, if you actually are confident that the government's going to keep screwing up, the government's going to keep printing more and more money, which they will when the pensions go broke, just keep, every time it drops, buy more gold, silver, and Bitcoin. And for most people, silver is the most affordable today. It's also the most volatile. If you can afford $20,000 Bitcoin, buy it. You can afford $2,000 gold, buy it. And if you can't, buy silver. Like the debt, there's two guys, a man and a woman, called Rogoff and Reinhardt. They said when the debt to GDP ratio hits 90%, it's aloha. You've gone too far. That'd be like you making, $10,000 a month, but $9,000 is being paid to debt. That's the 90% debt to GDP.